Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Of course, my name is Kent and the channel is EOS San Diego, and I make a nightly video about the EOS blockchain. Today is May 8th, 2019. Actually very late in the evening here, or would you say early morning? Actually, it's early morning because it's May 8th. So let's say I'm the first one to put a video out because I think it's about 1 a.m., 2 a.m., maybe something like that, somewhere around that time, because I stay up most of the nights. I work at nights because it's a lot easier for us to work at nights because we work with people around the world. So it's easier for me to stay up at night. So that's why I'm up at night. That's why I make these videos at night. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit tonight about Binance because there has been a big Binance. I think it happened yesterday. Binance announced that they had a huge hack. I think $40 million worth of Bitcoin was hacked from Binance. So I want to talk a little bit about how that might affect EOS, and a little bit about keeping EOS or keeping your cryptocurrency in your own hands, so to speak. And I've talked about that quite a bit on this channel. Talked about taking control of your own crypto and how important that is. And you can see how this happens. I mean, I listened to a little bit about Binance, a little bit about how this happened. This was they say I listened a little bit about Binance's release, and they've been very open about the hack and what's going on and trying to figure out solutions for it. But anyway, it was done by hackers, obviously, but external and internal hackers. So what that means is it means that somebody externally was trying to hack it through the public APIs, but also internal hacks, meaning that anybody that works at Binance, anybody that has any kind of email internally in Binance is susceptible to hacking. So the way it works is somebody within Binance that works for Binance gets a hacker email or gets some sort of hacker message or some sort of hacker communication and clicks on a link. Well, that may allow malware to get started within the organization. And of course, these hackers are very sophisticated. They don't wait for the first time they can take a little bit of Bitcoin. They wait till they get the big accounts. They let it sit around in the background, and they're very patient. And this is why these hacks occur, because by the time the hack takes place, it's already had a lot of time to develop within the organization. So this is very interesting, and also something people need to be aware of, that exchanges are vulnerable. But I want to talk a little bit, because I see the price is down. I mean, obviously Bitcoin wasn't down that much, and obviously EOS is down a little bit, and maybe I think this could affect it going up, but it hasn't seemed to really put that much downward pressure on it. And in a way, I kind of see this as something where the community is kind of going forward, even though there's been this huge hack. In fact, I think Binance was even talking about backing up the blockchain on Bitcoin, which would really be devastating to Bitcoin, to back up the chain and undo the transactions. Kind of like what happened with Ethereum. So I think a lot of people came in to support Bitcoin and said, look, don't do that. We're willing to come in and help you out so you don't have to reverse the chain. So that shows you some confidence in cryptocurrencies and how the community is able to rally around when something big like this happens, rather than reverse the chain, but to come in and support the chain. So I think in a way it's kind of positive, and I think in a way kind of shows the kind of resolve behind cryptocurrencies and blockchain. So, but it's not really affecting EOS. So EOS, I don't think, has too much to lose here, except for the fact the reputation is the blockchain, because the hack was of Bitcoin. I think $40-some million worth of Bitcoin. But overall, I believe that the chain, the blockchain itself, is much stronger because of the fact that people are kind of figuring out solutions for this. And also, I guess Binance is going to go back and reevaluate everything, which they do have to now, since they have these hacks go on internally and externally. So, and the other thing, somebody was, and people have been talking about this on Safeguard EOS. If you ever have an issue about hacking, there's a lot of information on Safeguard EOS that we started. A lot of people giving. So if you ever had issues about whether something is safe or not, go to Safeguard EOS and check it out with people that are on there. There's some very, very good people there that are really up on this. And actually, they let me know a lot of what's going on. So if you're ever curious, or if you have something that you're not sure of, if you have a link that you're not sure of, let somebody know on EOS, Safeguard EOS. There's a lot of people there that are really, really up all the hacking and all the stuff like that going on. A really good channel on Telegram to stay in top of if you're interested in anything that has to do with safety on the blockchain. So anyway, like I say, I don't think it's as big a negative as a lot of people are making in the press, but it is big news today. Binance was hacked. I don't think it affects EOS, but 40 million Bitcoin, $40 million worth of Bitcoin were lost. I think Binance will reevaluate, probably figure it out, and get back to some sort of will improve their security, I think, in the future. But it's very hard to improve security when you have employees working within the company that don't really understand how easily a hacker can get involved with the organization by just having somebody send something to an employee, having them click on that email, and then having that be sent around the employees or sent around the organization, and how it can just take off and be sitting there in the background for long periods of time. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.